Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. A Guru like Brahma who creates knowledge. A Guru is the Vishnu who assesses proficiency, and a Guru is the Shiva who demolishes the duskiness of ignorance. We are greatly privileged to be the students of such Gurus here.
गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काके लागू पाए बलिहारी गुरु अपने गोविंद दियो मिलाया. When God and your Guru are standing in front, you must first touch the feet of your Guru, as your Guru is the one who guides and teaches you affectionately about God.
A very warm afternoon to everyone present here. This is Bhumika, 4th year B Farm.
And this is Saira, 3rd year B Farm.
We are delighted to welcome you to the Teachers' Day Celebrations 2022, Ramaya University of Applied Sciences.
Teachers' Day is a day we pay reverence and gratitude to the teachers for their unwavering dedication and devotion towards shaping the career of every student they come across. Within those four walls of a classroom, a teacher can show the vast horizon of knowledge and learning.
Teachers are the heart of our educational system. When there is a topic we cannot figure out ourselves, our teachers step in to explain it in a way that we will never forget it again. They are the artists that paint the colors of knowledge into a student's mind. Although the time spent by the teachers with their students is brief, the lessons taught by them remain forever.
Teachers have the power to charge a student's dreams so that they can soar to their greatest potential. Teachers have an unerring ability to find the best in every student. We can unequivocally agree that all of us are here on this platform today because of our teachers. They make us understand that life may not always be to aim for good grades, but the meaning of life lies behind the courage to accept failure and move ahead.
Teachers have holistic effects on the student's life. They teach them lessons of life that go beyond the prescribed syllabus. They strive to motivate the students and move forward. They play an integral role in molding their morals and ethics to prepare them for the world where they bravely face every obstacle that finds them.
The love, sincerity, and unswerving adoration teachers project towards their student goes beyond, and we inexpressibly thank them from the bottom of our hearts. Can we please have a round of applause for all the teachers present here today and all the teachers because of whom we are here today?
We admire and honor this profession that helps in creating other professions by felicitating the educational institutes which have contributed to the field of education immensely and the teaching fraternity of Ramaya University.
Dr. M.S. Ramaya, founder chairman, Gokula Education Foundation, believed that education is the most powerful tool to change the world. GEF was established in 1962 with a mission, education and health for better of mankind. Ramaya Institute of Technology was the flag bearer of his legacy. The seed of knowledge was established 6 decades ago. Now, under the ever-giving tree of Ramaya University, it has the most varied number of disciplines, including engineering, medicine, pharmacy, nursing, dental, law, management, hospitality and catering technology, and the list goes on.
This year is very special to us as we are celebrating the centenary birth anniversary of Karmayogi Dr. M.S. Ramaya, founder chairman, Gokula Education Foundation, which marked the beginning of a legacy that is responsible for making the city an educational hub. Dr. M.S. Ramaya created this with an objective of serving the society as he foresaw the distant future where the students who graduate from these institutions will achieve the impossible. We are the living and breathing embodiment of his dream and vision.
With this, we request the audience to kindly rise for the Ramaya anthem.
Sri Chamundeshwari is a beautiful piece written by Mysore Vasudev Acharya. This composition depicts the beauty and divine essence of the goddess who resides in the Mahabaladri hills and is a protector of mankind. She is the destroyer of demon Mahishasura. The dancer here also portrays the story of Lord Krishna's birth. In this depiction, it is shown how Vasudev is said to have had a boon from Lord Vishnu, setting him free from the prison and exchanging the child, where the female child is the goddess Chamundeshwari in disguise. We request Ms. Prajita, BSc Psychology, School of Social Sciences, to present invocation dance. Thank you, Ms. Sujita.
Invocation descends into the heart, and if there is darkness, it illuminates it, and if there is light, it intensifies it. Now, we request Ms. Purvi, BTech, Faculty of Engineering Technology, to present the invocation song. गुरु की श्रद्धा मंत्र मन माना गुरु की श्रद्धा मंत्र मन माना गुरु की मूरत मन माना गुरु के चरण हृदय नारो गुरु के चरण हृदय नारो गुरु परब्रह्म सदा नमस्कारो गुरु परब्रह्म सदा नमस्कारो मन को मन भूले संस्कार मन को मन भूले संस्कार गुरु बिना कोई न गुरु बिना कोई न गुरु बिना कोई न उतरत पार गुरु की मूरत मन में जान गुरु करता गुरु करने योग्य गुरु करता गुरु करने योग्य गुरु करता गुरु करने योग्य गुरु परमेश्वर ही योग गुरु परमेश्वर ही योग गुरु नानक प्रभु यही जना गुरु नानक प्रभु गुरु नानक प्रभु यही जनाई बिन गुरु मोक्ति न बिन गुरु मोक्ति न बिन गुरु मोक्ति न पाय भाई गुरु की मूरत मन में ध्यान गुरु की मूरत मन में ध्यान गुरु की श्रद्धा मंत्र मन माना गुरु की मूरत गुरु की मूरत गुरु की मूरत मन में ध्यान
We kindly request Professor Kuldeep Kumar Rana, Honorable Vice Chancellor, RUAS, to kindly escort the dignitaries to the dais. We welcome Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Lamia University. We welcome Mr. Srinivas Murthy, Chief Executive, Gokul Education Foundation. We welcome Dr. K.P. Puttalaya, Honorable Chief Guest for today's event, we welcome Professor P. N. Razdan, Principal Advisor, Internal Quality Assurance and Excellence Cell RUAS. We welcome Dr. G. S. Venkatesh, Registrar, RUAS.
When darkness of ignorance comes in, let us not allow it to consume us. Instead, let us light a lamp of knowledge. We request the dignitaries to kindly light the lamp.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ramaya University of Applied Sciences, is well known for her scientific acumen and leadership, and has served as the Vice Chancellor, DIT University, Dehradun, for over 6 years. He has also served in Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, for about 28 years. We request you, sir, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
And Namaskaram, good evening to good afternoon to all ladies and gentlemen. On the dais, we have our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. M. R. Jairamji, the teacher of the teachers, our chief guest of today's function, Dr. K. P. Puttarayaji, a teacher well known for his inspiration, the teaching pedagogies. I am sure that he is going to reverberate the thought process of each one of us. Chief Executive of the Gokula Education Foundation, the Amar Srinivas Murthy, Dr. P. N. Razdan, Advisor, the Gokula Education Foundation Quality, my colleague, Dr. Venkatesh, the Registrar of the University, all leadership team from Ramaya University of Applied Sciences, the colleges, very distinguished teachers who have been nominated by a very precise committee from various schools in and around Bangalore, Karnataka. to be a part and parcel of this Teachers' Day function. Members of the faculty of various institutions, young students, great pleasure indeed. It will be a surprise to see that when 5th September is being celebrated as a Teachers' Day, why are we here on 12th? Reason is simple. For us, every day is a Teachers' Day. So therefore, whether it is 5th of September, 12th of September, 19th of September, because what my very beloved students narrated from the podium, Ruby and Saira, they expressed what teacher is and who teacher is. So for us, every day is auspicious, every day is important, and every day is learning, and every day carries its own meaning. With this, I have a great reverence to all teachers who are present here. It's a special day. I think for the first time on this, the portal of this campus, we are having faculty members from almost all affiliated institutions. We have with us the faculty members from the Ramaya Medical College, Ramaya Nursing Institution and Research. We have the faculty members from the Ramaya Physiotherapy College, erstwhile Ramaya University of Applied Sciences. This harmony of having the great mind is the beautiful minds together. I'm sure and confident is going to give us new learning. So therefore, this Teachers' Day becomes so special to each one of us that we together can make a difference. And if that difference is for tomorrow, those students who come to us to be taught, nurtured, are going to be the different citizens with this commitment. I, on my personal behalf, and on behalf of the Ramaya University of Applied Sciences, extend a very, very hearty welcome to you. So, our Honorable Chancellor, thank you very much for spending your valuable time, blessing us and gracing the occasion. To the distinguished teacher of former Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Dr. Puttarayaji, so thank you very much for agreeing to our request, and I am confident that your presence has made it a great difference. So, our own Chief Executive, Mr. Srinivas Murthy and Dr. Razan, thank you very much for participating in that. We did a change in the format this time. I need not to say more of the teacher because I have grown. I have grown as a teacher. Before that, I was a student. So I very well know how a student and how a teacher makes a big difference in the minds of thought of the people. But today, in today's function, we try to create a change in the format. The stage and the podium is managed by our very beloved students. When this thought process came to us, the idea was that today's students are going to be the teachers of tomorrow. And in what way we are going to make a difference in our learnings and what Ramaya University of Applied Sciences can make a profound impact on their thought process. I know very well, many do not like to be a teacher in the first place, not even at the second place, not even in the third place. Then during the interviews, when I asked the faculty members, why are you going to become a teacher? Many times it said, sir, my grandfather was a teacher, my father was a teacher, I also want to be in the teaching profession. Just to hit the dots, make him or her eligible to be a teacher. In most of the cases, we see, sir, we tried many times, but this was the only vacancy where to think that I can contribute. But there are many such examples. Those who do not come to passion for teaching make great teachers in themselves. And they are the harbingers of creating the next generation of teaching and fraternity. My young friends in teaching fraternity, yesterday's teaching was different, today it is different, and tomorrow it's going to be different. On this welcome note, I pray to Master Saraswati, she blesses us with abundance of knowledge, for the betterment of humanity. And in that context, can we make a difference when we go to the class and teach? Also have a connect with all the students who we teach. Where are they? What are they doing? If we do so, I'm sure that from the day one to day highest, we are caring for those who give us everything. With these words, I have great pleasure in welcoming all my teaching fraternity colleagues and friends, and also the distinguished dignitaries on the dais. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. Thank you.
Medha Rao, Dean Academics, has over 37 years of experience of teaching and consulting in medicine, an astute clinician and a passionate teacher who has a special interest in teaching and research related to geriatrics care. She has been a member of the International Advisory Board and is actively involved in the reviews of Davidson Textbook of Medicine. Now, we request Dr. Medha Rao, Dean Academics, to provide a brief insight on the importance of Teachers' Day celebration.
Good afternoon to all those present here, Honorable Chancellor, Chief Guest of the Day, Chief Executive, Sadat Khan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and Registrar. Commemorating the teacher in our President, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, I wish all the teachers a very satisfying career ahead for all times to come. Life is the greatest teacher. We've learned our lessons in many different ways. With its uncertainties, twists, and turns, this teacher humbles you. Imparting learning has been traditionally a very natural hand-down of knowledge across the planet over generations, times immemorial. This Teachers' Day is celebrated to acknowledge contributions of the teacher community. Also, this day in the year is a day of reflection on our careers, good and the bad. This is very pertinent today and a backdrop of role models around being healthy. Me being one amongst you, I wish today to share some of the reflections which are going to be important for the entire teacher community. There is an acute need for every individual teacher to excel as a teacher as well as the team member. Beginning with setting individual realistic and achievable goals, understanding, recognizing very clearly that the student community deserves the best, and understanding the new generation's capabilities, traits, using the right technology very judiciously. That said, one of the main emphasis for every teacher needs to be across every course an emphasis on experiential learning, since this is central to generating and training effective professionals in the real world. Secondly, to promote and facilitate today, what is very important is self-learning to expand the base of knowledge, while the depth of knowledge needs to be told or delivered by adding the spice of the teacher's experience in real life, which is not quoted either in the net or in the textbooks. The third dimension which needs to be adapted universally is the dimension of creativity. And creativity is a result of imagination. Creativity is imagination translated into action. What's the buzzword for the 21st century? Buzzword is innovation, and innovation is acting out this imagination and creativity. So it is important and critical today that creativity, in the sense of creativity, is instilled into the young generation who is going to be facing and the citizens of tomorrow's world. And to teach creativity, teaching creativity is teaching creatively. And teaching creatively reminds me of a quote unquote. To get inspired is great, but to inspire is an honor. And this honor has been bestowed on the teachers. It's up to the teachers to exploit this honor and contribute their best contribution to the world of education. At this point, I just wish to share something which has been in my belief. I've held it for a very long time. Work, your work is your identity. Your quality of work defines you. On that note, I would like to wish every teacher loads of luck, peace, and satisfaction for all the years to come, because you have been indulging consistently in imparting knowledge, the most sacred activity, for so long through great passion for teaching. And I know God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
We now request Ms. R. Samyukta and Ms. Pooja to proceed with the verification ceremony.
Thank you, Bhumika and Saya, for handing the stage over to us. I am Samyukta from third year BPharm, and Pooja from third year BTech, and we are here to proceed with the felicitation ceremony. Ramaya University of Applied Sciences has been recognizing the efforts of the teachers who have ceaselessly worked to teach students and illuminate the way forward for them. Last year, 10 educational institutions, which continue to carry out their noble mission with no lapse in quality, even during the harrowing pandemic time, were recognized for their extraordinary efforts. Faculty members of RUAS were also recognized for their immense efforts.
Continuing with the tradition, this year RUAS is felicitating 11 educational institutions which have contributed immensely to the field of education, and it is our proud privilege to invite them to the stage. The first institution in the list is St. Clara Field College. We request the principal of the institution, Father Sojan K. Abhiraman, to make his way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. St. Clara Field College stood first rank in the stream of commerce in the year 2022. Few results. The school believes in the holistic and overall development of the student with balanced education, including sports, extracurricular, and co-curricular development. Thank you, sir.
The second institution in the list is Ashwin Vidyalaya. We request the principal of the school, Mrs. Kanchana Kumari, to kindly make her way to the stage to receive the token of appreciation. Ashwin Vidyalaya, a progressive school established in the year 2002, focuses on the process of learning through collaborative efforts. The school strives to provide holistic development of its students by setting up high standards of quality education. Thank you, Councillor Ma'am. The next institution in the list is Bell PU College.
I request the principal of the institution, Professor Shantaram, to kindly make his way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. BLP College was established in the year 1981, providing higher education to the children of BL employees. It provides education in 5 different combinations, such as HEBA, CEBA, SEBA, PCMA, and PCMA. Faculty members of the institution have received several awards for their untiring efforts. Thank you, sir.
The next institution in the list is Edify School. The next institution in the list is Edify School. We request the faculty member of the school, Mrs. Bhavana Kulkarni, to kindly make her way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. Edify School, Chikbanavara, is managed by Future Foundation Trust, which has highly experienced and qualified educationalists on board. The vision of the trust is to foster a society of individuals capable of progressive thinking, creating and initiating positive change in the social, economic, and cultural fabric to create a strong impact in the global community through knowledge, understanding, and attitude. Thank you, Bhavana ma'am.
Next institution in the list is KLE Society Steel College. We request the principal of the institution, Professor Vinay Kumar, to make his way to the dais and receive the token of appreciation. Independent PU College, situated at the heart of Bengaluru, was started in the year 1995 with a strength of 800 students. Recognizing the importance of pre-university education, the institution has afforded a dedicated entity to it in the form of PU College, providing education in three different streams: arts, science, and commerce. So, thank you, sir.
The next institution in the list is BGS National Public School. We request the faculty member of the school, Ms. Mamta HG, to kindly make her way to the dais to receive the token of association. BGS National Public School was founded by Pontiff, His Divine Soul, Jagatguru Padma Bhushan, Sri Dr. Bala Gangadharanatha Swamiji of Adi Chinchunagiri, who over the past has strived hard to promote educational institutions of international stature. The trust runs over 500 educational units across India, including medical and engineering colleges. BGS NPS, affiliated to CBSE, has been functioning from the 22nd of June 2006 and has classes up to the 12th standard. Thank you, Mamta.
Next institution is Manasa Public School. I request the principal of the school, Mr. Chinamurthy, to kindly make his way to the dais to receive his token of appreciation. Manasa Public School was established in the year 1962 and it became an English medium school in the year 2005. With a mission to blend the old age value-based Indian education system with modern scientific outlook and high moral standards by using tech-integrated methods. I would like to make a mention to the audience that Mr. P. Chinnamurthy, principal of Manasa Public School, was the first referee from Karnataka who was selected for the Netaji International Kho Tournament. So,
The next institution in the list is Vidya Saudha Public School. We request the principal of the school, Ms. V. Padmashri, to kindly make her way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. Vidya Saudha Public School, which belongs to the Vidya Saudha group of institutions, was established in 2013 by Dr. Manjay Gowda in the form of an ICSE school in Bangalore, Karnataka. Since 2013, VSGI has grown into multiple institutions across various cities in India, providing K-12 education across all major academic goals. At VSGI, we are committed to providing the best learning experience for kids. Thank you, Padmashri ma'am.
the next institution in the list is BGSPU College. The request, Ms. Pushpa, HOD of Biology Department, to kindly make her way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. BGSPU College was founded in the academic year 2017-18 to provide quality integrated education to the students at an affordable fee. It imparts value, moral, and social responsibility-based quality education. It has shown the highest pass percentage, consistency in results, and very good ranking in competitive examinations. BGSP College, which had a humble beginning today, aspires to nurture the ambitions and aspirations of hundreds of young minds. Thank you, ma'am.
The next institution in the list is National Academy for Learning. We request the faculty member of the school, Mr. Sureshian, to kindly make his way to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. Established in 1994 by Dr. K.P. Gopalakrishna, it is a part of the prestigious National Public Group of Schools, an exclusive international school located in the Basaveshwar Nagar area of West Bengaluru. The school has delivered consistently high academic standards with several top in country and top in world Cambridge awards from industry. Now, we will be proceeding with the faculty felicitation ceremony, and we would like to hand over the stage to Ms. Rashmi R., Assistant Professor, Faculty of Management and Commerce. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I'm Rashmi R. from Faculty of Management and Commerce, feeling extremely honored to be inviting a list of faculty awardees onto the grand occasion of Annual Teachers' Day Celebration 2022. It's almost become a tradition here at Ramaya University to recognize and congratulate the most hardworking, sincere, successful, and service-oriented faculties year on year. This year, following the legacy, we have a wide list of exemplary faculties who I will be inviting onto the stage to honor them for their contribution to educating young minds, active participation in serving the institution, research, innovation in teaching and learning, and guiding the students through their educational endeavors. We now begin the felicitation of the awardees of Ramaya Medical College. I now request Chancellor Dr. M.R. Jairam and our Chief Guest, Dr. Pucharaya Sir, to be felicitating the faculty. I will now be requesting Dr. Vijaya Mysulkar from Ramaya Medical College. Dr. Vijaya Mysulkar is a professor in pathology department in Ramaya Medical College. Dr. Vijaya Mysulkar has a total experience of nearly 32 years, and she's been in charge of Central Research Laboratory at Ramaya Medical College. Dr. Vijaya has authored 123 publications in national and international journals and 12 chapters in textbooks and an editorial board member for the Indian Journal of Pathology and Microbiology. She has been a guest speaker at large number of state level and national level. Now request Dr. Sumati T.K. from Ramaya Medical College, Dr. Ramesh from Ramaya Medical College. Dr. Sumati is head and professor at Dermatology Department at Ramaya Medical College, and Dr. Ramesh is a professor of Urology Department at Ramaya Medical College.
I would
like to invite Ramaya Institute of Nursing, Education and Research faculty, Dr. M. Gayatri, and Mrs. Lata U.S. Dr. N. Gayatri has been working as a lecturer at the Department of Community Health, and Mrs. Lata U.S. has been working as lecturer at the Department of Child Health Nursing and has rendered total service for 6+ years at Ramaya Institute of Nursing, Education and Research.
Copy it. I
ஒரு நாள் ஆமாங்க சார். நாளைக்கு ஒரு நாள் தான் மக்கள் அது தெரியும். அது 14th அன்னைக்கு வந்து பிளான் ஒன்ல நாளைக்கு வந்து ஓகே தேங்க்ஸ்.
Thank you so much.
Now request Mrs. Sushma Mohan from Bombay Institute of Nursing Education and Research, Ms. Shilpa Aji from Faculty of Management and Commerce, Dr. Suresh N, Faculty of Management and Commerce, Dr. Madhu B.K., Faculty of Management and Commerce, Dr. Pushpalata Ji from Faculty of Dental Sciences.
Now have the next list of awardees: Dr. Sujata Reddy, Faculty of Dental Sciences; Dr. Dominic Augustine, Faculty of Dental Sciences; and we have Faculty of Pharmacy, Dr. Lakshmi M. Sundar, Dr. Sindhu Abraham, and Dr. Gauri Radhakrishnan. We have the next list of awardees from Faculty of Life and Allied Health Sciences: Dr. Chennappa Gurikar, Ms. Eileen J., Dr. Rohini Keshava, who is absent today because of her ill health, Mrs. Nambini K. from Faculty of Art and Design, Mr. Vidyanand Desai, Mr. Bala Vigesh.
We now have the next list of awardees from Faculty of Mathematical and Physical Sciences, Dr. Sheetal Bhatkurki, Dr. Prabhuteja, Dr. Shekhar, and we have the next line of awardees from Faculty of Hospitality Management and Catering Technology, Dr. Sriti Janwade, Ms. Priya Arjun. We have the next list of awardees. Ms. Nagarika Palli from Faculty of Hospitality Management and Catering Technology. We have faculties from Engineering and Technology, Dr. Murugesh MC, Dr. Nagaraj Rao Sulaki, Dr. Nagaraj Rao, Dr. Srinivas Padale, Dr. Veena Vidyashankar from Ramaya Medical College, who's also a faculty at Ramaya College of Physiotherapy, Dr. Soni S.
Meeting, you take care of the there's some meeting. Staff to take care.
Hearty congratulations to all the faculty awardees. With this, we come to the end of felicitation of internal awardees. So I thank all the delegates for felicitating and presenting the token of appreciation to all of the awardees. I would now like to hand over the mic to Bhumika and Saira to continue the program.
Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Dr. K.P. Puthuraya is our honorable chief guest for today. He completed his bachelor's degree in science from St. Philomena's College, Puttur, 1963, and completed his master's degree in physiology in first class from Karnataka Institute of Medical Sciences, Hubli, in 1968. He received his doctorate degree from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, with a gold medal in 1979. He is a member of the National Academy of Medical Sciences in 2000 and has received his honorary doctorate degree from Einstein University, Florida, USA in 2012. He is currently a visiting professor in physiology at an international medical college. He has taught the subject of human physiology to thousands of undergraduate and postgraduate students at various medical, dental, nursing colleges for more than 40 years. He has worked as Deputy Director of Medical Education and Director Consultant R&D, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences for over 5 years. Dr. K.P. Puthuraya has a passion for oration and has delivered well-appreciated speeches and orations on several occasions. He was invited several times to give talks during Vishwa Kannada Sammelanas in USA and Kannada Sanghas in UK, Australia, as well as Gulf countries.
He has received several awards such as Aryabhatta Award, Rajiv Gandhi Ekta Award, Sir M. Vishweswaraya Sadbhavana Award, Swami Vivekananda Sadbhavana Award, Suvarna Puraskara, Lifetime Achievement Award from Karnataka Samskritika Parishad, and many more such prestigious awards. To his name, he has conferred several titles, notably Karnataka Vibhushana, Adarsha Sevaratna, Viveka Ratna, Suvarna Kannadiga, and many more. Bangalore General Post Office has released a 5 rupee stamp in honor of Dr. Puthuraya during the Kannada Rajyotsava celebration. We are honored to be in the presence of a gem of Karnataka. We kindly request you, sir, to address the gathering.
ధ్యానం మూలం గురుమూర్తి, పూజా మూలం గురుపాదం, మంత్రం మూలం గురువాక్యం, మోక్ష మూలం గురుకృపా. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Most respected Chancellor and Chairman Dr. M.R. Jairamji, Rajdhanji, Sammanya Srinivas Murthy avare, and all respected teachers. ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಡಿನ ಯಾವ ಮಣ್ಣಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು, ಯಾವ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಂದು, ಯಾವ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಕೂಳನ್ನ ತಿಂದು, ಯಾವ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ಬಾಳಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ಮಣ್ಣಾಗಲಿದ್ದೇವೋ ಒಂದು ದಿನದಂದು, ಅಂತಹ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮಾತು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡುವುದು ಉಚಿತ ಎಂಬುದು ನನಗೆ ಖಚಿತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೂ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷಾ ಪ್ರಿಯರಾದ ಕಾರಣ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೆಲವು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುವ ಕಾರಣ ಹಾಗೂ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡು ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ಬಹುತೇಕ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಕೂಡಲೇ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೋಹಣ ಯಂತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಗಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪಂಡಿತ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಶಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಟೂತ್ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ದಂತ ಪಂಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛಗೊಳಿಸೋ ಜಾಡು ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಡಿಬಿಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ತಂಡದ ವಿಕೆಟ್ ಕೀಪರ್ ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಪಂತ್, ರಿಷಬ್ ಪಂತ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂಡದ ಗೂಟ ರಕ್ಷಕ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಗೂಟ ಯಾವ ರಕ್ಷಕ ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. When I was the in charge of the cultural department, Bangalore Medical College, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಚಿವರು, minister for Kannada came and the principal said you all to talk in Kannada. He is the Kannada minister. So he was to be introduced to all the people, and we had gone to the engineering department because we have an engineering department. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಡ್ರಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಇದ್ದ. ಇವರು ಯಾರು ಪಾಪ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರು ಸರ್ ಇವರು ತೂತುಕೋರ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇವ್ರು ಮಹಾ ತೂತುಕೋರ. Then we took him to the medical department. There was a patient who had the AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. ಈ blood pressure, diabetes, all ಪಿತ್ರಾರ್ಜಿತ, AIDS ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಜಿತ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ ಇವನು ಏನು ರೋಗ? ಪಾಪ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಸಪ್ಪ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಸರ್ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಆರ್ಜಿತ, ಮರವಣಿ, ಕೊರತೆ ಲಕ್ಷಣ, ಕೂಟಂಬ ರೋಗ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಎತ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ರೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಏಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸರ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಹೆಸರೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So these days the boys don't know the name of Gandhi. Other day I had gone to a college, engineering college it was. I asked the boys, do you know Gandhi? Sir, who doesn't know Gandhi? Who is? Tell me who is that? It is our Pooja Gandhi, not Mahatma Gandhi. In fact, ನಾನು Pooja Gandhi, we were on the same dais 3 years ago. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆಕೆ ನೋಡಲು ಚಂದ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಪ ನಿರೂಪಣಕಾರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಪಾಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂಜಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅವರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ನಷ್ಟ, ಈಗ ಪುತ್ರರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಂತ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಆಕೆಯನ್ನ ನೋಡಲು, ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಕೇಳಲು. ಆಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವಂಥದ್ದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಕೆ ನೋಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Friends, all of you be seated. Enjoy. I will talk in English as well. The greatness of a country does not depend upon the geographical vastness, nor the economical status, not only the scientific progress or the high-fi lifestyle. What is it? The greatness of a country lies on the culture and the value system adopted by the citizens of that country. That is the greatness. And I have toured about 25 countries. Among all the countries, I must tell you honestly, without any hesitation, the best culture is the Indian culture. ಧೀಮಂತ ಜೀವಂತ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಸೂತ್ರಗಳಿವೆ. There are 3 principles, beautiful principles. Number 1, ಪರರಿಗೆ ಉಪಕಾರ, ಪರೋಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರು. Keep helping people because it's a noble job. ಪರೋಪಕಾರಾಯ ಪುಣ್ಯಾಯ, ಪರೋಪಕಾರ್ತಾಯ ಇದಂ ಶರೀರಂ. That is an asset for you. ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬರೆದ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಬರೆದೆ. ಜಯರಾಮ್ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಬಹಳ ಕನ್ನಡ ಪ್ರಿಯರು, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಕನ್ನಡ ಪ್ರಿಯ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಪ್ರಿಯ. ನಾನು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರೆದೆ, ನಾವು, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ನಾವು ಸತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬರೆ ಅದು ಬಡಬಗ್ಗರ ಪಾಲು. ನಾವು ಸತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಪಾಸ್ತಿ ವಸ್ತು ಒಡವೆ ನಗ ನಾಣ್ಯ ಮಡದಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಪಾಲು. ನನ್ನ ದೇಹ ಗಂಗೆ ಪಾಲು, ಅಸ್ಥಿ ಮಣ್ಣು ಪಾಲು, ಮಗ ಹಾಕಿದ ಪಿಂಡ ಕಾಗೆಗಳ ಪಾಲು, ಭಾರಿ ದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಪುರೋಹಿತರ ಪಾಲು, ಭೂರಿ ಭೋಜನ ಬಂಧು ಮಿತ್ರರ ಪಾಲು. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಗಳಿಸಿದ ಪುಣ್ಯ, ನಾನು ಗಳಿಸಿದ ಸತ್ಕೀರ್ತಿ, ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಸತ್ಕಾರ್ಯ ಪರೋಪಕಾರ, ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನನ್ನ ಪಾಲು. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪಾಲು. Jairamji and the whole entire dynasty has done the same thing, social service. ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ. So ಸೂತ್ರ 1, keep helping people. Number 1. Number 2, whenever you help some people, just forget it. Don't remember it. Don't keep on saying that I have done this, I have done this. Then it becomes, if you expect something in turn for help done, then it becomes a business. ಅದು ಪ್ರಚಾರವಿಲ್ಲದ, ಪ್ರತಿಫಲಾಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಪರೋಪಕಾರ ಆಗಿದೆ. There are 3 types of people in the society who perform and inform. Second, people who only informs, does not perform. Third, people who only performs, does not inform. They are of that type. ಇಳೆಯಿಂದ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಯೋಗ ಬಂದು, ಎಂಥ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ DVG ಕವನ. ಇಳೆಯಿಂದ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಯೋಗ ಬಂದು, ತಮಟೆಗಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಲ ಮಾಗು ಬಂದು, ತುತ್ತೂರಿ ದನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳಕೀವ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಚಂದ್ರದೊಂದು ಸದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಲಿನಿನ್ನ ತುಟಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ. What a beautiful story. Never say that I have done it, I have done it. Sir, other day I had gone to a function where obviously he was a politician. He was to be felicitated for having done some social work. So he was made to sit like this, and 15 organizations have garlanded him. Still he was grim in his face. He was not happy. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ? 15 ಹಾರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ದ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ರಿ, 25 ಹಾರಗಳಿಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಬರೀ 15 ಹಾರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಇಲ್ಲದ, ಪ್ರತಿಫಲಾಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಪರೋಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 3ನೇ ಸೂತ್ರ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, whenever you help somebody, just forget it. But when somebody helps you, never forget it. What a simple. If you forget it, it is unpardonable, and it is unpardonable crime. Kritagnasya nasti nishkritihi. These days, I'm telling you with great pain, the children who extract everything from the parents, they forget the parents and admit them to the old age homes. Is it not why old age homes are increasing in Bangalore? The same children who have forgotten the parents. Students forget the teachers. With paying 40 years, I have taught the subject of physiology to thousands of students. Other day I went to USA. My son is the director of Amazon. So I had gone there and I met one of my old students who was a dullard, but somehow he had to manage that. He was in USA and made some big money, I think. After looking at me, sir, he said, I have seen you somewhere. Leading 2 years you have to with me. Then yes, I said, but I know you, but how are you? I just asked as a, he says, sir, in spite of your teaching, I have come up in life. Then he asked me, sir, how are you? I said, in spite of treatment from doctors like you, I'm still surviving. So Children forget, parents, students forget, teachers ಕೆಲಸ ಪಡೆದವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರನ್ನು ಮರೀತಾರೆ, ಸಾಲ ಪಡೆದವರು ಸಾಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರನ್ನು ಮರೀತಾರೆ. ವೈ? ಭಕ್ತರು ಭಗವಂತನನ್ನೇ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗುವವರಿಗೆ ದಯಮಾಡೋ ರಂಗ, ಕೆಲಸ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀನ್ ಯಾಕೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕಾರಣ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದೇನೆಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಗಾಟನ್ ಜಯರಾಮ್ಜಿ for having given me this honor of addressing you, sir. I have not forgotten you. I am thankful. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಪಾಪ. ದಟ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಡಿಡ್ ವೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೀಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಮೊನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೆಡ್ ಪುತ್ರ ಯಾರು ಸೊಗಸಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಂಭೀರ ಚಿಂತನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬೆರೆಸಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಬೀಚಿ ತರ. ಪಾಪ ಬೀಚಿ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇವರೇ ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪುತ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ನನ್ನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮುತ್ತೂರಾಯರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ. I got fed up. I said, I am Mutturaya only to my wife. And my wife was chilling there, sitting there. And she felt happy. At least ಭಾಷಣದಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. And ಎರಡನೇ ಬಲವಾದ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. Good. You are receptive. Really. So I am thankful to you. And I must assure you that I have a samaya prajna ನನಗಿದೆ. I asked the Venkatesh how long I can speak. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅವ್ರು ಸರಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿ, you can talk any length of time, no problem. But after 1 hour, none of us will be there. So I have sense of time. I know speakers who doesn't know where to start, and I know speakers who don't know how to end it. And the real trouble is for the audience to sit and listen. I have sense of occasions. ಭಾಷಣಗಾರನಿಗೆ 3 subject. Teachers should have these senses: ಸಮಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ, ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ, ಸಭಾ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ. It should be befitting to the occasion. Other day I went to the veterinary college as a chief guest for some function. They're all veterinary doctors. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಶು ವೈದ್ಯರೇ. ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ ವೈದ್ಯ ಪಶುಗಳೇ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಹಾವೈದ್ಯ ಪಶುಗಳೇ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ. One more thing I'll tell you, my dear teachers, unless you are prepared for the subject, never accept an invitation to speak. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಡಯಲಾಗ್. ಏನದು? ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಆನಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ. I'm very happy to see you in such large numbers. Same dialogue. This guy was invited once to an association of widows. Widows had made an association and called him. There also he stood up and he said, I'm very happy to see you in such large numbers. May your number increase every year. Otherwise, this association cannot grow. God willing, my wife becomes the president of this association. So, samaya prajna, sandarbha prajna, and moornedu sabha prajna. A good speaker should be looking at the audience. If you start talking in between, or looking at the watch, or if you start yawning, or if you start giving untimely claps, that means nilsu magane anta. So, my dear friends, idu upadesha alla, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಎಂದರೆ ಸಭಿಕರು ಕುಂತಲೇ ಮಾಡುವ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸವಿ ನಿದ್ದೆಗೆ ಭಂಗ ಬಾರದಂತೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಭಾಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು. This is not going to be a terrible speech also. A terrible speech is the one where the speaker also does not know what he is talking and the audience does not understand what he has talked, and still he continues to talk, making everybody confused. If he cannot convince people, confuse them. This is his philosophy. Neither is this going to be a boring speech. According to the medical language, a boring speech is the one where the speaker suffers from severe constipation of good words and loose motion of loose words. My friends, sir, if there is a woman who is not ready to listen to you even for 5 minutes, she must be your wife. If there is a lady who is ready to listen to you anytime, anything, she must be your mother. But if there are a group of people who are forced to sit and listen to you till you stop, they are the invited audience like you. But I assure you that I will speak in such a way that you will love to listen to me, but listen in such a way that I love to speak to you. ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ಸರ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ವೀಕ್ಷಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಸರಿ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಕೂದಲು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹೋಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಫ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕೊರೋನಾ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕೊರೋನಾ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಅದೇ ಹೆಂಡತಿ, ಬೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಯಾರು ನನಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಶುಕ್ರವಾರ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಒಂದೇ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಒಂದೇ ಮುಖ ನೋಡಿ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಂಗಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಏನ್ ಸುಖ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇನೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೈರಿ ಡೇಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತವ್ರೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಂದು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. Hence, I'm going to mix all these little bit important things. As you know, we celebrate 5th of September as Teachers' Day, because it is that day Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was born, as you know it. And it was suggested by him only, when his admirers and when his students met him, sir, we would like to celebrate your birthday. He said, don't celebrate my day, you call it as a Teachers' Day. Radhakrishnan, as you know, was born in 1888 at Tiruttani, Tamil Nadu. Father was Ramaswamy Appa, mother was Sitamma, and he was a great scholar, a great educationist, a great thinker, a great philosopher, Bharat Ratna awardee, the first vice president of independent India and the second president of the independent India, and he was great in all aspects. He was so great that, I have no time to tell, but few things I will tell because I know a lot about him. He says on human values, it is he who said, a man can fly like a bird in the sky, a man can swim like a fish in the water, but he does not know how to walk like a man on the earth. That was told by Radhakrishnan. Such a great person. And he had a great sense of humor, sir. I don't know how many of you know, when he was abroad, he had a great sense of humor. He had a couples of doctorates for various degrees. Vice Chancellor of Kashi University, he was an ambassador to Russia, had a great sense of humor. So once when he was abroad, when there was a lot of color discrimination so one white lady comes and asks him, Dr. Radhakrishnan, you're all Indians, why you are so brown and we are so fair? They wanted to criticize him. But Radhakrishnan said, no, it's not like that. Once, long ago, God wanted to create human beings, but he had no experience. So he wanted to make a model. He made a model out of the wheat flour and kept it in the oven and did not know how long to keep it. So it was overburnt. It became black when he took it out, and then he created Negroes from that. And the second time he was a little overcautious and he did not keep long time. He took it well in advance and it was unbaked. It remained as fair, unbaked white paste, and he created new people from that model. In the third time, he was very perfect, beautiful brown colored model came out. He created Indians from that. So my friends, we celebrated. It is, sir, this is only symbolic. It is Sankritic. As for the Indian culture, every day is a Teacher's Day, every day is a Mother's Day, every day is a Father's Day. And we have no systems like dating, living together, and babysitting is never known to the Indian culture. Adu namma samskriti alla. Ene irli, niಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಸರ್, ಇದು ಮೂರು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. In 3 fields, there cannot be irresponsibility, irregularity, and inefficiency, corruption, dishonesty, and negligence. In all the trades, there should not be there. But in 3 fields, there should never be. Number 1 is the medical field. I'm telling you, because the patient comes and hands over his body to you, and if you hand over the body to the Yama, you are not pardonable. That's why they say, Vedyaraja Namastubhyam, Yamaraja Sahodara. Yamo harati pranan, Vaidyo harati pranan dhananisha. I still remember when I was in Bangalore Medical College, a patient came for the UOT for a major operation. And he was very nervous, obviously. It was a major operation. And the doctor who attended him asked, why are you nervous? No, sir, this is the major operation I'm undergoing for the first time. Then the doctor said, I'm also doing this operation for the first time. I'm not nervous. Why should he be nervous? So then he was taken to the OT, and the OT, the hara, there was a garland. So he asked the sister OT, sister in the OT, a hara yaake ittidare? Illa adu operation success ಆದರೆ doctor ಕೊರಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, fail ಆದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೊರಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. It was those. So we need to be very, very efficient in the medical field. Number one. Second is the judiciary. You trust a judge and go for justice, and if he's corrupt, he will go. Again, somebody asked me, sir, who is a good lawyer? I said, who knows the law? Who is the best lawyer? Who knows the judge? No, that's not it. And third is the field of education. The students trust and come to you for knowledge, and if you have no knowledge, and if you have no interest to teach, you are not doing justice. That is the reason these three cases are the first question, my dear friends, why do we need a teacher? First question. You know, we are all not born intellectuals. A child starts gaining knowledge from the day it is born, and mother is the first teacher. When a man was wandering out of ignorance, God appeared in the form of a teacher. That's why Acharya Devi Baba. When a man was wandering with pain, God appeared again. That's why Vaidyo Narayana Hari. One thing I tell you, my friends, if you are after information, a teacher is not required. Everything is available in the internet. Everything is not required. A teacher is not required. That's why I asked one student, who is your teacher? He said, Google is my teacher. Naturally. So if you are after inspiration, a teacher is not required. But if you are after motivation and inspiration, a good direction, a timely guidance, a teacher is required. That's why we need a teacher. Next, who is a teacher? I'm telling you the valuable information, my 40 years ago. Gu means ajnana. Ru andre nivarisu. The one who removes the ignorance from the points. That's why he's Guru. Guru andre ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಗುರು ಗ್ರಹ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗ್ರಹ. ಗುರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರುತ್ವಾಕ್ಷ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡವನಂತ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಹುಡುಗರು ಆಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು, ಗುರು ಸಾರ್, ದೇವೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. You know, we describe Guru as Brahma because Brahma is the Lord of creation. That's why a Guru has to create knowledge, wisdom, character, conduct, value system, everything in the minds of the student. Hence, you are Brahma. And Vishnu is the Lord of preservation. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Similarly, you have to convert the knowledge, wisdom into action. Hence, you are Vishnu. And the students have a lot of confusions. As Shiva is the Laya Karaka, a lot of destruction. A good teacher also destroys the confusion, the illusions, all the doubts of the minds of the students. Hence, you are Shiva. Sari samundar masi banamu, sari bhumi kagaz, fir bhi guru kun likha na jaye. Aisa hai guru ka, fir bhi guru likha na jaye. That's why in our Indian philosophy, next to parents, Guru gets the next son. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Whom shall you worship first? The Guru or the God? The answer came, I shall worship the Guru first because it is he who guided me to the God. Govindana Vilasa Kottavan Guru. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪೂಜೆ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಗುರು ಪೂಜೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗಣೇಶ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತಹ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಥಾನ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ the Guru is placed, and we have several types of, don't get confused, we get so many types of teachers in the society. ತರತರದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಗುರುಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಗುರುಗಳು. They are spiritual teachers. We are not spiritual teachers. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Chaitanya Maharaja was a spiritual teacher. We are not. Next, the religious teachers, Dharmika Gurugulu. We are not that. Trimada Acharyalu, our Dharmika Gurugulu, Navalla. Amele Kala Gurugulu. Sir, he is my dance teacher. She is my music teacher. He is my sports teacher. The one who teaches a particular thing. And life is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher. Because the teacher teaches first, conduct the lesson next, whereas the experience conduct the test first and teaches you forever. But we are all the academic teachers. Academic teachers means we are specialized in a particular subject, and we are not, is a chemistry, anatomy professor or chemistry teacher, business management teacher. So we are subject teachers. We are subject teachers. And next, what I want to address you is the academic teachers, not the other types of teachers. And what is important for a teacher? Number one, not his caste. Remember, jnanakku jatiku sambandha illa. Makes it very clear. Your knowledge is not related to your caste at all. Sir, ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸರು ಅವರು ಅಂಬಿಗಸ್ತರಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದವರು. ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಮೇಲ್ಜಾತಿ ವರ್ಗದವರಲ್ಲ. Valmiki, Ramayana ಬರೆದ Valmiki was an OBC, was a Vyada Beda. He is not an upper caste man. ನಾನು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನನ್ನ ಜಾತಿಯವನಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಗೊಲ್ಲ. ರಾಮ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ, ಕುರುಬ, ಕನಕದಾಸ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಗುರುಬರು, ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಜಾತಿಗೂ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೂ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. Your teaching capacity does not belong related to the caste at all. Neither to your religion. Sir, ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಶುನಾಳ ಸಿದ್ರು, ಅವರ ಗುರುಗಳು ಗೋವಿಂದ ಭಟ್ರು. ಆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಭಟ್ರು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಯಾರೋ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಭಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಸಾವಧಾನ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮುಂಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಇವನು ಹಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಹಾಕಿದ ಜನಿವಾದ ನೂಕಿದ ಭವಸಾರ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪಡಕೊಂಡಿ ಎಂದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರು. And a teacher is also not connected to his age. ವಯೋವೃದ್ಧರೆಲ್ಲ ಜ್ಞಾನ ವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮುದುಕರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆದಿಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ lived only 32 years. But what all things he did. So he is the one who said, Kuputro jayate kumata nabhavati. What a great sentence. There can be bad children on the earth, but can never be a bad mother. He said, Kaupina bantaha, Kalubaki bantaha. He said 101 things. He was lived only for 32 years. So your teaching capacity is not also related to the age. Swami Vivekananda became a Veera Sannyasi at the age of 39. Nor your status also is connected. A child learns from the mother, but a good mother learns from the child. A teacher, students learn from the teacher, but a good teacher also learns from the students. A patient learns from the doctor, but a good doctor, smart doctor, also learns from the patient. So it's not related to a status. Now, finally, one important point, chapter I'm going to tell you, all the youngsters must take it down and put practice. Number one, what are the qualities of an ideal teacher? That's the point of this. ಆದರ್ಶ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಶಾದಾಯಕ ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ಪದ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಡೆ. ಅವರು ಆದರ್ಶ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಆದರ್ಶ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಾದರೂ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊರತೆ ನ್ಯೂನತೆ ಇದೆ. ಆದರ್ಶ ಸಂಸಾರ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ನೋ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಥೆ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಜಾತಿ ಇದೆ. ಆದರ್ಶ ಕಪಲ್, ಸರ್, ದೇರ್ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಕಪಲ್. ಕುರುಡೆ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಕಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕುರುಡ ಗಂಡ, ಕಿವುಡಿ ಹೆಂಡತಿ, deaf husband and the blind, they are the ideal couple. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ home is the only place where the two undeclared enemy will live together. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಾವು ಮದುವೆ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಬಹಳ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಡಾರ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಡಾರ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋದ್ರಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ is the engagement ring, wedding ring, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಕ್ರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಗಮ್ ತರ ಬಿಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ ನುಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ರಸನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜಗಿತಾನೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಣೆ ಬರ ಬಿಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನobody called as an ideal teacher, but still we should try to become an ideal teacher. The 10 qualities of an ideal teacher. Number one is the pandityam, thorough knowledge of a subject. If you are a professor of chemistry, you should know all about chemistry. Why? Teaching is a transfer of knowledge from the well-read to the less-read person. Otherwise, the reverse process begins. Hence, the teacher should know more than the student. That's very important. Unless you are qualified to in the subject, you have no right to teach. You can't teach yourself. And how do you get this pandityam, thorough knowledge? Only by hunger for knowledge. I enjoy a cup of coffee, I am thirsty. I enjoy the food when I am hungry, and I enjoy teaching and learning when I am hungry of knowledge. That is the reason. First thing that to acquire pandityam, you need the hunger for knowledge, number one. And second, continuous learning. Can I tell you, my friends, a good teacher is a good student. A good leader is a good worker. A good speaker is a good listener. A good writer is a good reader. You know the inner truth. So you have to keep it. One beautiful sentence is there, sir. And young man who graduated yesterday, stops learning today, becomes an illiterate tomorrow. What a great one. So you have to, if the candle has to throw light, it has to keep burning. And if a teacher has to throw knowledge, he has to keep learning. ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞನೆಂಬ ಒಂದು ಗರ್ವದಿಂದ ಆಗದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ನುಡಿದು ಕಲಿತು ಮೇರು ಪರ್ವತವೇ ಆಗಿಸ್ತದಂತೆ. So my friends, number one quality required for a good teacher is a thorough knowledge in the subject which comes from hard work and hunger, number one. Second, bodhana ruchi, an attitude and aptitude for teaching. Teaching should be a joy, not a punishment. Should be a pleasure, not a pressure. You should enjoy teaching. Then only you will become a good teacher. Bodhana ruchi. Normally, sir, there are three types of teachers in the college. One, who teach. They are the essence for the college and blessing for the students. Second group, who do not teach. These are the non-teaching teachers. They are good for the head count at the time of inspection. And third type, who do not allow others to teach. They are the teacher politicians. So, one thing I'll tell you, my friends, if you don't mistake me, ಸಂಬಳ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡುವ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಅದು ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. Whatever the job you do after taking a salary is not a social service. And before asking for a right, you must have discharged your duties first. That's a clue for the teacher. So you should have the bodhana viruchi. Number three is the bodhana samarthyam, capacity to teach. Can I tell you one thing, sir? There may be any number of teachers in a college or a school. There are very few excellent teachers. Why? Teaching is an art. Teaching is a science. Teaching is a philosophy. Teaching is not transferring the subject or the matter from your notebook to the notebook of the student without being understood by both of you. That is not teaching. Teaching is not teaching what you know. Teaching is teaching what the students need to know. Teaching is not completing the portion. Teaching is not preparing a student for an examination. Preparing for a career. Teaching is not preaching, it is reaching. Hence, you should have these qualities. Whenever you want to become an ideal teacher, you must have prepared well, good homework. Sir, 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ 4 ಗಂಟೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. That's the idea for a teacher. Prepare well, come prepared and well dressed. Students look at you. Sir, you are taking some notes. I can give you a book on it. I have my books. They are all very popular books. I'm happy that you are taking the points. I'm happy. Hope it's my points, not other. Well dressed. You know, the students look at you. Please understand. If you come shabbily dressed and ಕೆಲವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೇ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಹಾಪಂಚಾಯಿತಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸರ್ ಆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ವಾಟ್ ಎ ವೆಲ್ ಡ್ರೆಸ್. You know one thing, sir, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was known for his dressing sense, for his walking style, ಆ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಡೆಕೋರಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅವರ ಮನೆಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಅವರ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ he was a professor. When he was going, public used to gather to just to look at his walking style, ಆ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯ ಘನತೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜನ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. So you should have be well prepared, well dressed and punctual. Never be late to the start. And you should start the class on time, leave the class on time. You are supposed to enter somebody's class and enter the classroom with a smile and a self-confidence and have a good body language. Very important for a teacher. Body language is important. And a commanding voice, modulation of the voice, ups and down, you require for the good teacher. And make the non-interesting subject interesting. That is your capacity. And bari paಠ ಹೇಳುದಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಕಲಿಯುವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ. And entertain questions and some little light humor here and there. That's the quality of an art teacher. So there are 3 types of teachers in the college. Number 1, who complain. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್. ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಳೆ, ಕೊರೋನಾ, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಲೇಟ್. Second, who just explain. Third, who inspire. You should belong to that group who inspire the students. And you know, may I tell you, you must get a feedback from the students. I don't know whether you have this system here also, sir. I adopted that system when I was in Bangalore Medical College. Some of my students are here. So I told them, please don't praise me. Tell my lacuna, tell my deficiency, write and give it to me. Don't sign, otherwise you may think bad of me. I got it to improve myself. Get a feedback from the students. They tell the truth. Students say the truth, at least after they pass the examination, they will definitely tell the truth. So get the feedback from the students. And one thing I tell you, whenever a student fails, teacher has failed. That's it. Whenever a student fails, teacher has failed, because have you taught him properly? You have no right to examine unless to teach him properly. Have you examined him properly? I can tell 101 things about it. So it is important. Bodhana samarthyam. Third, next is the prerana samarthyam, motivational capacity. I quickly tell no student is a waste body. Everybody has a hidden talent. Bring it out. That's your job. A student is not a waste body at all. Sir, Jaganachari kallu ketತಾ ಇದ್ದ. Jaganachari is a ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶಿಲ್ಪಿ. ಯಾರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಪ್ಪ? ಕಲ್ಲು ಕೆತ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು ಹೇಳಿದ, ಸರ್ ಈ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಂದದ ಚಂದದ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೀಗೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. That's the duty of a teacher. Bring it out. His hidden talent and hidden potential, it's up to you. Prerana samarthyam. And very important, you should get connected to the students. Very few teachers get connected. Sir, ಈ connectivity ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಗಂಟೆ connectivity friends ಒಳಗೆ connectivity you can't win. So you should bring them. And I'm telling you, we have 6 types of lives: the student life, the professional life, the personal life, the social life, the family life, and retired life. These are the 6 types. Not all are good in all aspects. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಮೂತ್, ಕೆಲವರು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಪರ್ಸನಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಕೆಲವರು ಪರ್ಸನಲಿ ಗುಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಕೆಲವರು ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿ ಬಿಗ್ ನೇಮ್, ಬಿಗ್ ಫೇಮ್, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಜೀರೋ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ 6 ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಕಾರಣ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನದಿಂದ ಪಡೆದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ, ಅನುಭವದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ, ಲೋಕ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ, ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ, ಮಸ್ತಕ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೇರೆ, ಥಿಯರಿ ಬೇರೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬೇರೆ. Can I tell you quickly? A professor in business management, I saw some students getting an award here, teachers. A professor in business management will tell you how to make a good money, but he will not tell you how to become a good man. A civil professor in civil engineering will teach you how to construct the house, but he will not tell you how to run the house. ಮನೆಗಳ ಕಟ್ಟುವುದು ಬೇರೆ, ಮನೆಗಳ ನಡೆಸುವುದು ಬೇರೆ ಸರ್. ಮನೆಗಳ ಕಟ್ಟಲು ಇಡಬೇಕು ಇಟ್ಟಿಗೆಗಳ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮನೆಗಳ ನಡೆಸಲು ಇರಬೇಕು ಮನೆಗಳ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ. A priest will declare you husband and wife at the time of wedding, but he will not tell you how to become life partner. ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಬೇರೆ, ಸಂಗಾತಿ ಬೇರೆ. ಲಗ್ನದ ವೇಳೆ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದವಳು ಹೆಂಡತಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಬಿಡದವಳು, ಕೈ ಕೊಡದವಳು ಅವಳು ಬಹಳ ಸಂಗಾತಿ. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ, ಅದು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಸರ್, academic success alone does not ensure professional success nor family success. ಜೀವನ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಬೇರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೇರಣಾ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ. And fifth quality, gambhirya. A professor should look like a professor, talk like a professor, walk like a professor, behave like a professor, and live like a professor. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to analyze that. What you practice, you must preach, and what you preach, you must practice. ನುಡಿದಂತೆ ನಡೆ, ನಡೆದಂತೆ ನಡೆ. ಅದಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ, ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು, all teachers should have, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏಕ ರೀತಿ, ಏಕ ನೀತಿ, ಏಕ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಸಮ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ, ಸಮಾನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ, ಪ್ರೇಮ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ, ವಿಶಾಲ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್. ಅದು ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಅವ ನಮ್ಮವ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮವರೇ. ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ನೆವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್. You are not teaching the class of 25 students. You are teaching the 25 students of a class. So gambhiryam. And 6th quality, as an examiner, I know what's all happening in the examinations. Only one ethics in the examination is that the deserving should not fail and the undeserving should not pass. That's the only ethics of an examination. Giving equal marks to everybody is not a good examination. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹುಡುಗರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ I will finish my talk. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ದಡ್ಡ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ರಾಮಣ್ಣ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದ, ಬಹಳ ದಡ್ಡ, ಭಯಂಕರ ದಡ್ಡ ಇದ್ದ ಹುಡುಗ. ಅವನು ಪಾಪ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬಂದು ಎನಾಟಮಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಎನಾಟಮಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. Parsarthi was the examiner, and one Venkatramanan was from Tamil Nadu, the external examiner. He was a bored person. He was sitting there. He said, since 4 years, the same examiners were coming. Then he told, idiot, can't you pass the examination? This is your 4th attempt as a student. Can't you read and pass? I say, get out. Then he says, no, sir, this is your 4th attempt also as an examiner. Then he said, all right, I'm not going to ask you many questions. I'm keeping 5 specimens, 1 kidney, 1 spleen, a heart, liver, and a uterus. You just identify them and go, get out. So he showed the hands, the uterus. This is an organ. Tell me, name it. This fellow looks at it, he couldn't identify. Then he says, idiot, you can't even identify. And he wanted to be a gynecologist. So he can't, garbhakosha, adu gottagilla. Then the examiner became restless. Idiot, you can't even identify. All right, I'll give you a clue to you. You know, the examiners become restless when the student doesn't answer. A smart student waits till he becomes restless. He said, okay, my idiot, this is an organ neither you have nor I have. Tell me. He said, okay, sir, I got it. What? It is brain. Idiot, you may not have it. Why do you include? So you should have an examiner, and you should guide the students to talk, to write, to communicate, and to be a good citizen, a good Indian, all that way. Ultimately, the 7th point, very important point, my dear teachers, you should have 3 loves. You keep it in mind, that's all. Number 1, you should have a love for your profession. Never compare it with other professions. This is God has given you this job. We all get wedded twice in our lifetime. Once to our profession, second time to life partner. Both are out of our choice, but sometimes we have no other choice. In which case we have to shut up and put up. There is no other goal. So number 1, love your profession. You will be a good teacher. Number 2, love your subject. You will be the good teacher. ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಆಗ good teacher. Number 3, love your children, students. You will be the good teacher. And next, you must have a good teacher-student relationship. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಗಡ ನಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಈಗ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರುಗಳೇ ಗಡ ನಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ, ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Ultimately, it's the teacher's job to make the student not merely as a doctor or engineer, but to make him as a good human being. That is your job, because we need good people, not very. That's why Gandhiji said, an educated crook is more dangerous than the uneducated. Make him as a good human. Vivekananda says, give education to the illiterate, but more education to the literate. Sir, what a great word. I repeat, he said, give education to the illiterate, but more education to the literate. So we need to become a good human beings. Our samskara kodi, bari shikshana matra alla. So then the last word, I feel sad, all the students getting educated, but they are not cultured. Sir, shikshana mere, samskara mere. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಮನೆಯವರಿಂದ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಓದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿಕತೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತಂತೆ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹರಿಕತೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹರಿದಾಸರು ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇರುವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನನಗೊಬ್ಬ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಹೆವನ್. ಒಂದು ಜಾಣೆ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ಗುರುಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಬೇಡವಾ? ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಗುರುಗಳೇ? ಒಂದು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಎತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಪಟಿಕರು ಇವ್ರು ಸ್ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಬೀದಿಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ. So it is important to impart culture to the students. We can manage with a cultured person. Adkoskara, finally, my friends, you should become a rubber. They are pencils, they make mistake, but rubber, you can erase it. You should become a role model. Idra avarangirbeku anta role model agbeku, and it is a good teacher, he should be lucky to have good students, and students should be lucky to have a good teacher. And you know the pleasure of being a teacher. You know what is the pleasure? Number one, Atmananda. Adu lekkave illa, sir. I have students all over the world. And that pleasure is mine, is nobody's business. And the best is balance, bank balance is how my Shishya Sampattu. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ನನ್ನ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವರು ಪಾಪ ಹುಡುಗರು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಕ್ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕುಳ್ಳ, ಆ ಬಾಲ್ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ, ಪಾಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ, ಫೈಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೇಷ್ಟು ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಮಾತು. ಸರ್, ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೀರ, ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಜಯರಾಮ್ ಬರೋಗಿದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಗೌರವ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ಬಿಲೀವಬಲ್. Because of him today, thousands of students are studying, and all of you are getting a bread because of him. So we have to salute him. Anybody can become a student, any can become a teacher, but only few can become established institution like this. ನಾನು ಕೊನೆ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಸರ್, ಕುದುರೆ ಗಾಡಿಯನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದರ ಬೆನ್ನಿಗೆ ಚಾಟಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಸರ್, ಚಾಟಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಮರ, ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಮರ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಇಟ್ಟು ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಜನರ ಟೀಕೆ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಶೋಕಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಬಹಳ ಶೋಕಿ ಹೆಂಗಸು. ನೀವು ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಮ್ಯಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಫ್. ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಮಾತಿನ ಬಲ್ಲ ಬೆಪ್ಪ, ಬರೀ ಮಾತಿನ ಬಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಪ್ಪ ಬಾಯಿ ಬಿಡೋಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಕಳ್ಳ ಹೇಗೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನೀವೊಂದು ಚಂದದ ಹುಡುಗಿಯನ್ನ ಕಣ್ತುಂಬ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಣ್ಣು ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ. ನೀವು ನೋಡದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಂತ ಕಷ್ಟ. ನೀವು ದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಶೋ, ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ ಇವ ಮಹಾ ಕಂಜೂಸು. ನೀವು ಸತ್ತೋದ್ರೆ ಪಾಪ ಸಾಯ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಸರ್, ಸಾಯದೆ ಉಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲೋಕದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಾಯಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಕಿವಿ ಮಾತು, ನೀವು ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನು ಮೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಆ ಭಗವಂತ ಮೆಚ್ಚುವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ಅದು ಗುರುಗಳ ಲಕ್ಷಣ. ಅಂಡ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ನೀವಾಗಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಸಂತತಿ ಸಾವಿರವಾಗಲಿ. ಜೈ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University and Chairman, Gokula Education Foundation, GEF, has shown his steadfast devotion to GEF, which has led to the vast spread of education and development in the city. As the eldest son of Dr. M.S. Ramaya, founder chairman, Gokula Education Foundation, he has continued to make GEF a pioneer among private education institutions in the country and is largely responsible for making Bangalore an education hub we see today. In the last few years, he has modernized 30-year-old 800-bedded hospitals, rebuilt the dental hospital and medical college, established an international medical school for Malaysian students, and several rural hospitals. A super specialty hospital was created by him in the memory of Dr. M.S. Ramaya, which is now a private Bangalore. We request Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, to kindly deliver the presidential address.
ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥನಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥನಿ ಶಾರದಾ ಸತ್ಕೋಲನ್ ಸಹಜ ಯೋಗಿ ಮುನುಲನ್ ಸುರುಲನ್ ದೇವ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಧನ್ಯುನಿ ಸಕಲಂತರ್ಯಾಮಿ ಹರಿನಿಚಾಲ ಭಜಂತು. First, let me surrender to the Lord Vishwara, who is the remover of all obstacles. Secondly, I surrender to the goddess of knowledge. Third, I surrender to the Guru, who gives this knowledge to everybody, to humanity. This is how our Samskriti has been developed in this great country. This is the base of our ityasa, or the way we live. It is a fully developed knowledge in this country. It is not bit and pieces. It's developed from ages, thousands and thousands of ages, with great people of wisdom. So it is all this knowledge has been brought together, checked, rechecked, and again, it is holistic knowledge has been brought about, and today we have been able to get that knowledge which our forefathers have given to us. You know, today we've been talking, the great Upanishads have been talking about Pitru Devo Bhava, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. It is a great knowledge given by the Upanishads. They have said three people. One is the mother, because she is the one who has brought you into this world. Number two, the father. He is the one who makes you everything. Third is the Acharya, who gives that knowledge, makes you a full-fledged man, a full-fledged person who can do his service after having come into this world. Now, there are the three people that we remember. Now, let me get into this Acharya, because Pitru, Matru and Pitru, there is no problem. But the problem is with Acharya. Acharya is a person who gives the knowledge, the Shastra. It is a knowledge to be given to the people. But with this, just this knowledge, is it enough? So the great seekers, the thinkers have said the Guru, who is the Sadguru? The Guru is the man who gives where the action takes place and where you are able to get that knowledge into action. So there are two people. One is Acharya, who is the giver of knowledge, or the Shastra, or the knowledge which is bookish knowledge. The other is a man who gives the knowledge, who gives the action to know how good is that knowledge is. Now, this is a very, very important to all of us. The world has been talking about, our knowledge is a very bookish knowledge. We are only people who can talk. We can talk of philosophy. We can talk of this. We can talk of that. But I don't think this country has ever able to come up or be able to develop as a modern nation. And this is what the people of West have been talking about. Now, let me tell you, it is not that we need to go to them to learn all these things. We know who is the giver of knowledge and where the action also takes place. The question is, are we ready to take that? We are mostly in this century, we have somewhere missed the bus, and we are trying to talk about the knowledge just as a bookish knowledge without knowing how to put that into practice. This is where we as a university have tried to bind this. Jnanam, Vijnanam cha Bhakti Sahitam. This is our philosophy. There is knowledge, but there is also, out of that knowledge, there is science. A part of it is science. It is not holistic. Part of it we have taken as science. And that science we can reach only when there is birth. So surrender yourself, and that science will become part of you. And if it becomes part of you, then the society will be, I think you will be developing a full-fledged knowledge system where people can have the wealth, the countries can have the wealth, country can have the, with the knowledge of going forward, and it can develop into the holistic approach to this country. These are some of the things that we are now looking at, and the people of modern knowledge people are now at this juncture. We do not know whether we have to get into science or applied science. Now, applied science is as much important as the science itself. So therefore, I think this is a day where we as a nation, as a country, as a people, as a humanity, let us think very, very seriously. Puttaraya has been talking so nicely, made you to laugh, made you to enjoy yourself, and make you to ease your whole mind. But he was giving you the sense of very serious issues which you have to take or you have to follow. It cannot, these issues cannot be taken up very easily. You have to get into those issues, solve those issues with humility, with lot of devotion. Only then you will be able to make yourself a personality from an ordinary personality to a better personality, to a personality of wisdom. Wisdom is what you have to try to get into. Otherwise, you may come and may go. The people will not recognize you without that wisdom. That is very, very important. Therefore, whatever he has said is a matter of very great concern. How best you are going to take those issues which will make you a better personality, from good to a better personality to the best of personality, to a people of great wisdom. This is the sum and substance of what Dr. Puttaraya has told you. And today, being a Teacher's Day, the knowledge, the day of knowledge, this has come from thousands of years. It is not because of Mr. Radhakrishna this has come about. It has come, we have respected teachers from thousands and thousands of years. So that parampara is already within us. It is not gone anywhere else. But only thing is, we must be aware they become our motivated people. The great saints and great people who talk or whom see, they motivate us how to go about in our lifetime. This is very, very important. So today is the day when you start thinking of these great people. You start imagining these great people. You start seeing what is that they have done and where is that I have to follow them and how I can make myself or cleanse myself to get that type of knowledge within me. That is the day in which it is an introspection of mankind, introspection of man. This is a day, a very, very important day. I would say that it is a day where I must think of myself. Have I cleansed myself first? If I have to get that knowledge, you may be telling the knowledge. That's what he has been telling all this while. As a teacher may teach, but the student should be there to absorb that knowledge and take it on himself and develop from that. It's just a basic knowledge which a teacher tells you. The personality is that he takes that knowledge and builds up and makes himself a great person. That's exactly what we as institution, as a giver of knowledge, we as teachers, is our duty today is to see how best we make our students to give that knowledge. And that knowledge should be with devotion. you must treat your student with a lot of devotion. It is there. You must see as if he is part of yours, and you should part that knowledge to him with great affection and love. Without that, whatever you have been talking is of no use. Therefore, it's very important that you have to change the way in which you build up your personality. And this, once you are able to bring that knowledge to a particular student, or he becomes, suppose if he becomes a great man, a great thinker, a great leader of this country, and look at the way in which, so the part that you've played or your play will never be forgotten. They will always think of you. Think that, yes, I'm just giving my knowledge to such a person, and one day he's going to be a great man and he will lead this country. That is what you should always think. And he can motivate, and I have motivated him, and he will motivate this country or this world or whatever it is, or his family or his state or whatever it is, wherever he is. So that's not very important. But how much motivation you have been able to give, that's very, very important. So this is the day in which we must think of ourselves. To do that, we have to clean ourselves first. Cleansing ourselves is what is all about. This is what the great saints have said. They have not said anything, you read the Shastras, you do this, that. No, nothing of those things is there. It is the cleansing of your mind. And mind is so powerful because he has been able to tell you what that mind is. The mind is the most powerful weapon ever created by God. It is this mind that all this knowledge has been talking about. It is this mind which all the saints of thousands of years have been talking about. Still, they have not become perfected. That is the power of mind. Therefore, look to this. This power of mind is what you should think. And the more and more you think, the more and more you get, your horizon starts growing in such a manner that there is no end to these things. And this mind is one can make you something different. It can reach you anywhere that you want to. And it can even move the mountains, and everything can be moved if your mind is still and can have the control of the mind. The whole knowledge will be your servant. Therefore, my all, you are in the teaching line. You are the people who are giver of knowledge. That's why I'm talking to you all these things. It's a very, very serious matter. I don't consider this very lightly. It's a very serious matter because everyone, the life or the boy who comes to you, we cannot waste that life because he has come with great effort. Do you know how many times, how many births has taken place to come to become a human being? After having become a human being, do you know if that person is wasted, then the whole thing has gone without anything. And you are also going to be a part of that nothing. Therefore, if you are part of the building of that personality, then you also get the part of that grace which will be able to take you forward. So I don't want to give you too much of talk and all this, but my request to you is think of yourself first. Cleanse yourself first. Make your mind more clarity. Steady your mind. Make it still. And all that knowledge that you want to give, it will come in abundance. Nobody can, I don't think there's anybody can say that I've got the full knowledge. But the full knowledge will come to you only when you are able to control the mind. And that knowledge is your wealth. And people will respect you with folded hands. They'll come to your feet and fall at your feet. because you have that knowledge. I want all of you to be that. That's it. And nextly, as an institution, that is exactly what this country has been talking about. This country has been talking of institutions which can give you that knowledge. That's what we have been talking thousands of years. We have forgotten today, but it doesn't matter. There's always a passage of time. When there are some good times, there are some bad times. Let us not be bothered about it. Then good times will come, bad times is already we have seen, and good times is going to follow. So you think that the good times is coming, and you start thinking of yourself, then all the good times will come. The institution is a place where we give respect for people. This is the place where you should be given that due responsibility, due respect, that you can give, you are free to give that knowledge, and nobody is here hindering you of not giving that knowledge. We are here to felicitate you. We as a management, we just felicitate you, that's all. To make you comfortable in your place. So you need not think of all these things. We are thinking of you how to make your surroundings very good. Don't think about too much about those things. All that you leave the responsibility to us. Your duty is to think of how this institution can grow into an institution of knowledge. That is exactly what the institution is all about. Jnanam, Vijnanam cha Bhakti Sahitam. This Jnana should come, this Vijnana is there, and we can reach that Vijnana only by humility and with devotion. So even the institution is also, it sees the public with full devotion. Therefore, all of you are part of that institution. You are part of that devotion. You are part of that knowledge. You are part of that science. All that is part of you. I only pray God, the Sadguru, and the Acharyas, the great Acharyas, to give you that abundance of knowledge. Give you that knowledge to acquire that knowledge and give it back to the people with such humility, with love, so much of love, that they should take it as if they are own. And you should become part and parcel of between a Shishya and Guru and Shishya Parampara. This is the real Guru and Shishya Parampara. This is what I see in my dream, and this is what I want you to be. So the day is the day on which I pray from my bottom of my heart on the feet of the Sadguru to give you everything that's needed to make you to acquire this knowledge with all humility. So God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we request Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, to kindly felicitate Dr. K.P. Putturaya, Honorable Chief Guest, with a token of admiration on the occasion of Teachers' Day celebrations 2022.
All humility. Not like that. Yes, the Saraswati is there.
We request Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, to kindly felicitate Mr. Srinivas Murthy, Chief Executive, GF, with a token of love.
I'm so sorry. I thought.
We request Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, to kindly felicitate Professor P.N. Razdan, Principal Advisor, Internal Quality Assurance and Excellence Cell RUAS, with a token of love.
Last but not the least, we would like to show our heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Ramaya University to our very own Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, Dr. M.R. Jairam. We request Professor Govind Akadambi, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research, to kindly felicitate Dr. M.R. Jairam, Honorable Chancellor, Ramaya University, with a token of our gratitude.
We request Dr. Govind Akadambi, Pro-Vice Chancellor Research, to propose the vote of thanks.
Distinguished dignitaries, reverend guests, invitees, dear and esteemed colleagues and friends. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks to acknowledge all those who have made this Teachers' Day celebration a grand success. Success of function hinges on collective responsibility, sense of belonging, represented through union of responsive minds, help lending hands, and responsibility sharing shoulders. One way of appreciating and acknowledging this union is to convey our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to it. And it is our fervent wish that this bond of goodwill will ever be stronger and long-lasting. With these thoughts, I propose vote of thanks. According to Mahatma Gandhi, true happiness will be there when there is a harmony between what we think, what we mean, and what we do. According to Dr. Radhakrishnan, a life of joy and happiness is possible only on the basis of knowledge and science. Which entity other than education and which profession other than teaching can imbibe in us the desirable attributes to realize the happiness defined by Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Radhakrishnan? Quoting a few great statements of Radhakrishnan. The end product of education should be a free, creative man who can battle against historical circumstances and adversities of nature. The main function of a university is not to grant degrees and diplomas, but to develop the university spirit and advanced learning. The former is impossible without corporate life, the latter without honors and postgraduate. He went on to say the main purpose of the university is to instill the sense of civility and the sense of purpose in students' life. And one of the notable quotes is, if money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. And again, one of the quotes is, man has learned to swim like a fish. Man has learned to fly like a bird, but man has not learned to be a man. These quotes of Dr. Radhakrishnan definitely and surely will help us to navigate and resolve the conflicts between intelligence and integrity, proficiency, professionalism, efficiency and ethics, and rigor and relaxation. With this, of course, today's function, we had Dr. Putraya as a chief guest. In his speech, though through humor and laughter, he did touch upon very vital issues and points that we should be aware of in our career as a teacher. He started with the word Mani Namatu, and then he emphasized that greatness of a country depends upon the culture and value. Helping is very important, and help and forget, but never forget the help that you have received. And always perform and do not inform. And he also emphasized the three prajna, Samaya prajna, Sandarbha prajna, and Sabha prajna are equally important. And every day is a teacher's day, and Father's Day and Mother's Day also happens on every day. It is very important that medical, judiciary, and education, they are the three domains which are of special significance. And teacher is a creator of knowledge and wisdom. He is also a destroyer of confusion and illusion. And he went on to say the 10 qualities of teachers are very essential. And he dwelt upon Panditya, attribute and aptitude. Teaching is not reaching, but preaching. Love your profession, love your subject, love your student. On behalf of our university and all the participants of this function, I profusely thank Dr. Putraya for having accepted our invitation and raised this function through his greatest vision and vision speech. Vision, mission, and action are the three vertices of a success triangle of any organization. Why we are here today and what we are today are the culmination of vision of our Chancellor, Dr. Jairam, his extraordinary and unwavering emphasis on importance and noble motives, social commitment, and inner urge to give back to society are unique. In its address, he told our country is a nation of fully developed knowledge. Acharya is a knowledge imparter. Guru is a facilitator who translates knowledge into action. Devotion, when embedded in science, society gets the maximum benefit. Wisdom is very important. Great people are motivators to have introspection of knowledge. Power of mind is very essential, and cleansing of our mind is very essential. On behalf of our colleagues and all the participants of this function, it is my great pleasure to thank him profusely for his guidance, advice, support, and encouragement. In Sri Yama Srinivasmurthy, Chief Executive of Gokula Education Foundation, we have an able and experienced administrator. He is guiding and mentoring us with valuable suggestions and advice. We are privileged to have him for this Teachers' Day function. On behalf of our university and the participant, I thank him for his presence and participation. Of course, quality is very important in life. A simple definition of quality is no loss to society, no loss to stakeholders. And on behalf of our university, and all the participants. I profusely thank Dr. Razdan for having blessed this function. Professor Rainan started the proceedings, instilling the importance of teacher. He said that every day is a teacher's day, and our chief guest and our chancellor told not only every day is a teacher's day, every day is a Father's Day and Mother's Day. And Professor Raina has introduced many initiatives which are student-centric, and we thank him for his guidance and support. Dr. Venkatesh, our registrar, despite many simultaneous and busy schedules, he has devoted a lot of time in participating the planning and organization of this function. I profusely thank him for all his services. Dr. Medarao, in her address, which is some sort of a preamble to the Teachers' Day, she said, life is a great teacher and it humbles us. And Teachers' Day is a day of reflection. Creative is essential and is related to innovation, and knowledge is a great activity. Again, madam, on behalf of all our colleagues and participants, I profusely thank you for your inspiring address. Heads of our institutions and wherever guests have accepted our invitation, I thank them for having blessed this function through their presence. We have also received overwhelming response from heads and principals of 11 schools. On behalf of our university and all the participants of this function, I profusely thank them for their participation. It's also my privilege to extend grateful thanks to my fellow PVCs, Professor Sen and Professor Karbandar, and also to Professor Sai Baba. Our grateful thanks to deans, associate deans, directors, academic administrative registrars of various university of faculties, HODs, and all my colleagues for their untiring efforts and support. Dr. Rima Chaudhary has to be acknowledged, and a special mention for all the efforts, meticulous planning, right from the scratch to the execution. Mr. Gopal Krishna also deserves a great appreciation, applause from all of us. I also thank all our colleagues from resource and facility management as well as ICT, both at medical college and our university, for their excellent service and support. Of course, today is a unique function in the sense the stage is managed by the student volunteers. Because of lack of time bandwidth, I cannot name them. Nonetheless, on behalf of our colleagues and all the participants of this function, I profusely thank all the student volunteers who have made this success. And a special mention of appreciation for Masters of Ceremony, Bhumika, Saira, Samyukta, and Pooja. And special mention of grateful thanks to Pooja and also Prajata for wonderful dance and song. Before conclude, let me also state an aspirational quote. A good teacher makes a difference to the class. A great teacher makes a difference to the world. A good teacher is the one who conveys everything he or she knows. A great teacher is one who makes the subject interesting. We are hopeful that with these inspirational talks and felicitations, surely our university will become a galaxy of great teachers and thinkers. Let me conclude on a generic thankful note by thanking one and all and everyone for their service, support, courtesy and cooperation, efforts and encouragement. Thank you. Jai Karnataka, Jai Hind, Jai Jagat.
Kindly request the audience to rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jagati Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mane Tave Tava Jaya Gata Janagana Mangala Jaya Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He.
We thank you all for joining us on this memorable occasion. Now, we kindly request the dignitaries to join us for high tea at the foyer.
We kindly request the faculty and staff members to collect their refreshments arranged at the second basement.
I
Thank
must
you.
congratulate both of you. You did a great job. Good. Huh? All the best. Huh? What's your name?
Saira.
Saira.
Bhumika.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Good. What course are you doing?
B-Farm.
B.Farm. And you?
B-Farm.
B.Farm. Very good. Great talent. All the best.
Thank you.